Back for another new week of laughs. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm still recovering from all them laughs on that Catherine Tate one yesterday, man. Derek, oh, he had me rolling. So yeah, let's get back to the laughs. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And on this new week of stand-up comedy, as we get started here on this Monday, we're gonna get into some more Josh Wolf. All right. Well, the first one that I watched from him was downright insane hilarious. He's talking about his best practical joke ever. And yeah, man, I don't know if I'd want to be his friend, but you know, I know it'd be an adventure if I was. So yeah, we're gonna get into one from him again today. And this one is gonna be titled My Second Favorite Practical Joke. Okay, well, he started from the top, now he's working his way down. I don't mind that at all. Hey, I'm betting it's still gonna be pretty funny. It's a little bit shorter than the last one, maybe, if I'm remembering it right. You know what I mean? It's like 12 and a half minutes, it looks like. So yeah, might be a pretty entertaining story. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, like I said. And this one was suggested to me by one of my very loyal subscribers. And we're going to go ahead and shout him out today. Lightning Dragon, thank you very much for suggesting this one. I'm a little bit worried about your name though, man. Does that mean you about to shock me and blow hot fire into my face, man? You know, because hey, I ain't got no medical insurance, and yeah, I don't need them problems. But yeah, either way, I appreciate the suggestion, and we're gonna check this one out. So Josh Wolf, one more time with my second favorite practical joke. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, yeah, man, we about to see what's cracking in more ways than one. I know, we're not gonna be checking out no hockey or nothing. I just felt like telling that joke. Kind of corny, I know, but I don't care. I'm here to have fun, like I said. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one, y'all. Josh Wolf with my second favorite practical joke right here on Eddie B TV. Let's get our laugh on again, people. New week of stand-up comedy. Let's have some fun. All right, let's get situated with this one here. Here we go.
I've really evolved into more of an edible guy than a weed guy. I mean, smoking it. You guys do? Yes. Here's the thing. It's so different, though. Like, because, okay, let me just ask a question. A round of applause, people who have taken too much of an edible before. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I got a story.
Because here's the deal, right? What they don't tell you is that an edible, when you smoke it, right, before you're going into it, you're like, oh, when I smoke weed, I'm high for an hour or so, and I come down, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. What they don't tell you is that an edible high goes like this.
Oh, okay, he's slowly going up, so yeah. I think I know what he's talking about. Woo, wow, loud back there. Look at his face.
So if after an hour of eating an edible, you think to yourself, man, I'm as high as I want to be, you are fucked. You know?
Oh, man. I want to hear this.
You got a little extra time on that ride. I remember the first time I took an edible, 3 hours in, I was like, I'm ready to get off the ride
now. Damn. It is really
and they should put something on the package that says you can always eat more, you can never eat less. And most of the time the edible fucks you up that first time because you eat it and an hour later you're like, I'm not high. And then as soon as you eat it again, as soon as you swallow that second piece, you start to get high and you're like, oh no! Fuck you up.
Oh man, hell yeah they do, for real.
Now, I will tell you this, and let me tell you a little story ahead of time, because I am also a huge fan of practical jokes. And I pulled such a great practical joke on my brother with an edible. It was so good. Don't feel bad for him. That motherfucker has done some shit.
Okay. I believe
Let me give you a little backstory. So, the very first time that I took an edible, I remember walking into my weed store. And by the way, the weed stores in LA, like, to get your medical card is so easy. Mm. I went into the doctor. I remember when I was first going in, and I had a whole story planned. I had migraines when I was 12, and then I fell down and I hit my head.
All these lies, y'all.
So I walk into the doctor's office, and there's a poster on the wall that says, if you suffer from any of these, you can have your rec. It was a fucking cheat sheet, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't need a story. I go, I'm just going to memorize the first one. It's alphabetical. I'm going to memorize the first one. You ever do this when you memorize something, by the way, where you're like, got it? What was that? Yeah.
I have, yes. You think you got it,
Half a second and you're back. Like, I don't fucking remember what that was.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's
So
real.
I memorized the first one, and I'm like, okay, got it. Guy calls me in, and I sit down there. He goes, Mr. Wolf, what seems to be ailing you where you feel like you need medical marijuana? And I just blanked. But I remembered it was the first one, so I was like,
Come on, get it.
autism?
Dude, come on, man. Really?
You should have seen him. He was like,
Yeah, like, no, dude, I'll give you another shot. Hell no. Autism, dude, come on, man. You stupid as hell. Oh, no.
he said, do you mean anxiety? I go, that's it, anxiety.
Really?
Super anxious that I'm going to get autism. Can you just give me the fucking card? It's also funny, like, well, so I'm at my weed store. And the guy who I always buy from, the guy who owns the place, he goes, you're not an edible guy, huh? I go, no, I haven't tried one. And he was like, you want to try one? I said, sure. And he goes, what do you like to eat? And I said, well, for sweets, I like baked goods and stuff. And he said, well, we actually made some blueberry muffins fresh today. And I was like, well, fucking look at you, okay.
Look at you.
Wow, you got yourself a little bakery in the back, buddy? That's nice.
All right, yeah. Bakery it is, for real.
So
Baked.
he brings me out a blueberry muffin. And he hands it to me, and he goes, here you go. Now, at my weed store, they have a place where they want you to they smoke responsibly. They want you to get high and in a second room. And the room has a pool table. It's got a big screen TV. It's got PlayStation. It's got Xbox. It's got an Apple TV. And what I used to do is I'd get a joint, and I'd smoke
cool
it.
as
I'd be
hell.
high for an hour. I'd come down, and I'd drive home. So I thought, well, that's what's going to happen after I eat my edible. Right? So as I'm eating the muffin, and it was delicious. You know, the edibles are good now. And you ever eat something that's so good, there's one crumb left, and you're like, well, I am eating that.
I clean my plate
I
all
put
the
the
time.
last crumb in my mouth.
Yep.
And right when I put it in my mouth, the dude who gave it to me walks in and he goes, you didn't eat that whole fucking muffin, did you?
Oh, no. Oh, I got a story for y'all after this, for real. Oh, no. Yeah, he did. He did.
And he goes, well, you got to get the fuck out of here.
What?
I go, what? Why? He goes, well, you're about to freak out for real. I can't have that here. You got to go home.
Place of business, man.
And I go, you didn't tell me not to eat the whole muffin. He goes, I didn't tell you to eat the whole muffin either, did I? And I go, what's about to happen? And he goes, you are in for an uncomfortable 8 hours.
Oh.
Look, those of us who've
Yeah.
done drugs, well, you know, your mindset going in is really important, right? And fear is not your fucking friend, okay? So I'm already spiraling the drain. I'm not even high yet. I'm like, what's gonna happen to me?
Already freaking out.
Dude goes, how far do you live from here? I go, oh, in like 20 minutes. And he goes,
Oh.
you might make it.
You might make it. I ain't taking that chance.
I try to walk out of there on my way out. He goes, who's at your house? I go, my kids. He goes, I wouldn't fucking talk to them. I go,
Oh, no. Damn. He's stupid.
so I go home, I go to sleep, I wake up high. Now, I hate waking up high. I hate waking up high, and I'll tell you why. Because, look, when I go to sleep, I'm basically saying, whatever's happening right now, I'm pretty much done with. Yeah.
Okay.
If I wanted
that.
to stay high, I'd fucking stay awake.
Exactly.
Pretty much done, and I'd like to wake up with a clean slate, please. So when I wake up high, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I called the dude who gave me the edible. I was mad. I go, hey, man, Like, you ought to let somebody know when you give them tomorrow weed. It's tomorrow, motherfucker.
The tomorrow weed.
There should be a note on the package that says, I hope you don't have shit to do tomorrow either, because you're going to be fucked up for a couple days, man.
Yeah, that's real. That is real, man.
So, I laid in bed, because then I started to think, what a great opportunity edibles would be for a practical joke on my brother.
Oh.
Now, don't feel bad. Hey, who's got older brothers in here? Right? So fuck them. We know what they did. We know you. Older brothers in here, you deserve every last little bit of shit you get your whole life.
I do not, I swear.
I laid in bed all day trying to decide, which one of my brothers I wanted to give a near-death experience to, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
Now, before you feel bad for him, let me tell you what he used to do to me.
Oh.
You know those couches that fold out into beds?
Yeah.
So he would fold it out, and then he would put me in it, and he would fold it the fuck back up.
Oh!
At a very young age, I had to learn to breathe like this. Like a fucking survivor.
That happened to me.
Right?
That happened to me, I swear.
So I was like, I'm gonna get this dude. I call him on the phone. I'm like, hey man, do you want to come over and get high? And he was like, yeah. I go, great, I'm gonna roll you a joint. You're not ready for the edibles that I have. Now look, anybody who knows, when you tell your brother, your older brother, he can't do something. So when I told him you're not ready for edibles, I was basically standing on the edge of the dock like this.
Reeling him in.
I just needed him to take the bait, right? Oh, and he took it. He was like, what? What?
I'm guilty of the same.
Oh, I'm eating what you eat, bro. Don't you worry about me. I'm your big brother. You don't think I can handle it? I've been getting high since you were in mom. And I was like, first of all, yeah, don't say in mom to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, it does sound a little creepy.
There's got to be a better analogy than that one.
Since you were in diapers.
I said, but if you want to come on over. He goes, I'm coming over. Now, I had bought him something called a space cake. Guys, a space cake will fuck you up, right? So I cut it in half, and I cut his half in half, right? And he goes, how much you eating? I go, I'm eating a half, but you should probably start with a quarter.
Another one reeling him in.
What? Well, you You don't think I can handle what you handle, bro? I'm gonna eat. I might even eat the big half. I'm like, oh, if you insist. And right when he finished his half, I turned to him and I did to him what the dude at the weed store did to me. I go, hey man. He goes, what? I go, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And he was like, what? Why? I go, well, I think you're gonna freak out and I think it'll be really funny. So. And he goes, wait a second. You think I'm gonna freak out so you're gonna send me home? That doesn't make sense, bro. Because if you really thought I was gonna freak out, you'd wanna watch and make fun of me. I think you're sending me home because you know you're gonna freak out, bro. That's what's gonna happen, huh? You're gonna freak out, that's why you're sending me home? We'll see what happens. I'll call you in an hour. And I said, I look forward to your phone call.
Yeah, I would too.
An hour and a half later, he sent me a text. That was just numbers, right? And I was like,
what numbers? Oh, he couldn't even text.
I texted him back. I go, what is that? He goes, my vital signs. I'm freaking out. He was texting me from a blood pressure machine in CVS.
Oh, really? That kind of.
He was like, I'm getting my numbers, dude. I might die in CVS. I might die in CVS.
That's funny as hell.
I said, you're not going to die, but you could die. I said, if you don't want to die, the most important thing is to never, ever. And then I hit send, I turned off my phone, and I went to sleep. Because fuck him. He put me in a couch, everybody. Fuck him.
It's payback time. Oh, that was good. Oh, okay. That's the end of it, huh? Oh, my God. That was good. You know something, man? Yeah, we've all had our weed freakouts, man. But yeah, that was an awesome story. See, I know why probably now it's his second favorite practical joke, because the first one was a lot more, sinister, you know what I mean, than this one, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, man, that was Josh Wolf, y'all, with my second favorite practical joke. Well, what to unpack? I don't know if I might have said this story before, but I'll go ahead and give you a recap. I'm mostly just a weed smoking guy, you know what I mean? Like, I do get into edible once in a while, but it's very few and far in between as far as how many times I do it. I'm just used to smoking. I don't know, it's just not as appealing as it might sound, to some other people. But I'll tell you this though. My sister Crystal, may she rest in peace, I love you so much, and my boy C-Dab, the CEO, who you all have seen before, they were the ones that got me into some stuff, you know what I mean? Like, the first time I ever smoked weed in my life, I was 14 years old, and I did it at my boy C-Dab's house when we were like young kids and stuff. Smoked out of a tinfoil pipe, man. I got so high that I actually burnt top ramen. Yeah, I actually did that. Don't laugh at me, but that did happen. Okay, go ahead and laugh at me. I deserve that. But aside from that, my sister, Crystal, she was the first one to get me drunk. You know what I mean? I took my first sips of alcohol for the first time on her watch, and I was 13 when that happened, and she was 12. So that goes to show you how, screwed up we were as kids. But yeah, man, so when it comes to the whole edible thing, my sister and C-Dab, the CEO, were there to do it with me for the first time. I did. So let me set the scene for you, right? I wanted to make brownies, you know what I mean? Because, I just figured, I want to try some weed brownies for the first time. I've never tried it before. I want to try it because I've always seen it done, but I never really did it for myself. So it's like, all right, cool. So what we did was we got a whole bunch of this weed butter, right? Someone that we had knew, I forgot his name, but he made it, and it was like a grip of it, man. Like, so much that you can actually cut slices off of it, like it was a small pie or something. So me, I put like as much weed butter in that the experienced dude in the room, once again, I forgot his name, but he told me, okay, this much is about the maximum. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go for the maximum. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get high today. So I did, I cooked them, and it was so much weed butter in there that I looked at it and I just figured, this might need a little bit more chocolate syrup. So I swirled a whole bunch of that in there, about maybe 5 or 6 turns, something like that. And I cooked them, and I ain't gonna lie, they came out beautifully, man. They came out awesome. A little bit more of the chocolate frosting on top, man. They were just beautiful. But okay, let me give you the rest. So the thing is that me, my sister, and C-Dab, CEO, man, we were gonna split the whole thing, because we made them in like this little circle pan or something like that, and we were just gonna separate ours. Like, you get yours, I get mine. We'll have a good time. So here's what happened. Me, I'm very, very quick to get to the point. So my stupid ass, this is what I decided to do. Once they were all done, my man's C-Dab, CEO, went there. He went to his room real quick, and he was just getting ready to tie up some loose ends. He had something to do or whatever. My sister was outside of the place. We were all staying together at this time. Sorry if I didn't mention that before. But I just looked at the brownies. I'm alone with them. I cut them up and I separated them good. And me, right away, I just started eating one of them. A little bite. And I ate the whole one right then and there. And then right away, because I got 2 more pieces now, I go right for the second one right away. I eat 2 of these brownies within 10 minutes, man. And yeah, within 10 minutes. And then they both come into the living room because they're getting ready to start taking little nibbles out of theirs. I found that out later. But then they look at me and they're just like, they look at each other, look at me, and they're like, where's your brownies, dude? And I'm like, oh, I already ate a couple of them, man. They good as hell, huh? And then they both had this look on their face, just like he had when they were talking about the dude saying ate the whole, the blueberry muffin that he ate. And then I'm just sitting there like, what? It's a big deal. I don't feel nothing. You know what I mean? I get higher than this all the time. And they're just still looking at each other, looking at me. Their eyes are bulging out of their head, and they're just like, bro, you are about to go ape shit crazy. And I was just like, what? It's just a couple of pieces of brownie. What's the big deal? So then I'm just chilling, right? I'm just like not doing anything. I'm like, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So they start taking little pieces out of theirs. They going slow because they've been through this before, right? So then about 30 minutes in, all of a sudden, I start hearing this in my ear, man, and it doesn't go away. It's like a mouse heartbeat or something, but I can still hear it a little bit. And it's just like a little ringing, and then all of a sudden my eyes start seeing the room just doing somersaults around me, and I'm just like, oh, what in the world is going on here? And I was screwed up, man. And when he was talking about waking up high, that's not a good feeling. Well, sometimes it's not. It depends how much of a pothead you are. But, sometimes it can be not so fun, kind of like, a weed hangover or something like that. But other times it's all right. Just don't make a habit out of it, because you will be a weed junkie, man. And a pothead is different from a weed junkie. Trust me on that one, too. But, yeah, man, I was so screwed up. I wasn't right for about 3 whole days, man. And keep in mind, I was kicking it with people at the time too, man. And I was just walking outside trying to live normal. I didn't even try to sleep it off, but I was still like screwed up, and everything was moving except for me, it felt like, but I'm still walking. That's how screwed up I was. And then that was just a crazy experience right there. And I don't do the whole practical joke thing, because if you pull the wrong type of joke on me, I'm liable to probably kill somebody because something about it, I don't know. That's why I say that he'd probably be a bad friend, but probably be an adventurous friend. So I don't know. But man, take y'all time, y'all, when it comes to these edibles, man, because the thing is, I heard a couple people talk about this over the years, but then they'll say the differences. Like when you smoke, you get, when you smoke, it goes to your lungs and all that stuff, and you eat it, it goes to the, not the kidney, but the liver. It goes through your liver. That's how it's like, working around in there, and it's a completely different type of high, a lot more insane of a high. And I didn't realize it then, because I just went full steam ahead, man. That people had to watch me, and they were just like, "Are you gonna be okay, man?" But hey, just take your time when it comes to the edibles, man. It's a different high. All you experienced edible eaters will know exactly what I'm talking about. I've ever since that day, I've had brownies again since. I've had cookies. I've had muffins too. Had little candies, that you eat, like gobstopper weeds or something like that, edibles. But it's just it's a different type of high, So if you're a pothead and you're a fan of weed or whatever, man, branch out a little bit, do your thing. The last time I had edibles, I think it was an edible candy. It was like a red candy. Kind of tasted a little bit like strawberry or watermelon mixed in with the weed, because you can actually taste the weed. And it gives you a nice little decent high, you know what I mean? It's actually pretty cool, So, yeah, man, that was a funny ass story. But the thing is, like I told you, I'm not too into practical jokes, man. I take things way too seriously sometimes. I get paranoid sometimes if people are trying to make me feel like something else is up rather than what is. And yeah, I'm liable to, mess somebody up. But yeah, man, that was just a crazy story what he did to his brother. But like I said, man, my uncle used to stuff me in the fold-out couch. He used to do that, man. He used to torture me all the time. He had this little thing where he would cover up my face with a pillow. Nothing crazy, so don't get nervous. It wasn't child abuse or nothing like that. But he would just torture me a little bit, and he would put the pillow over my face, and he would call it the Kaliki Laka monster. I'd be like, I still don't know what that means. I gotta hit him up and actually ask him if he got that from somewhere, if he just made it up on his own, Speaking of my Uncle Ron for a second, because that's what his name is, my Uncle Ron. He had this other thing that he did where he did the 2 fingers, called it the claw. Oh yeah, it's called the claw. He would get me all the time, just tickle me like crazy, torture the hell out of me, And then when the movie Liar Liar came out with Jim Carrey, and then Jim Carrey had the same thing, and then my Uncle Ron looked at that movie like, oh hell no. Jim Carrey just took my thing, man. And we were laughing about it, and I laughed, and then I laughed so hard that he got mad and he got me again. So hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't celebrate too much. But yeah, man, that was my first experience with edibles, man, and it was with my best friend and my sister, and yeah, they put me through a lot over the years, but I put them through a lot too, so I guess it evens out. My sister actually, to wrap this one up, she did one more thing to me that was so messed up, man. She actually laced me with mushrooms one time, and I didn't realize she did it, man. And that was it had to be one of the worst trips that I've ever had in my life. I haven't taken mushrooms at all since then, but it's just like, oh my goodness. Crystal, I'm gonna kill you. And she ran away, man, after I found out what was real, because I couldn't do anything in the middle of my trip. But afterwards, I looked for her for 2, 3, 4 days or something like that, couldn't find her. And then when I finally found her, I calmed down, and then, You know, I tortured her a little bit to get even, man, but that was still trippy. Handle your drugs carefully, people, man. Have fun, man, but don't go crazy, man. Last thing I want to hear about is people who I love or people, you know, who just like want to have fun and end up dying or getting hurt in some weird ass type of way. It's a trippy ass thing, but we just talking about weed here, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut it off right there. Thank you one more time to Lightning Dragon for suggesting this one to me. I was already pretty cool with the fact that I did the first one, his best practical joke, because that was a really trippy circumstance right there. You know, you're dealing with a man getting married and all that. I mean, he's already going through a whirlwind of emotions, but now you add that whole crazy bachelor party experience, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, man, I'm gonna smash this dude for what he did to me. But you know, we talk about edibles here. You know what I mean? There is a time, you know, to get prepared for what's gonna happen to you. That's why I laughed my ass off when he was just like, 20 minutes? Yeah, I think you might make it. Yeah, because that's all it took for me, 20, 30 minutes, and I ate 2 pieces of brownie right away, and those things were so potent, man, it wasn't even funny, man. I swear it killed me damn near. Well, at least I thought it was gonna kill me, but man, it was just the craziest high that I've ever had. So yeah, thank you one more time, Lightning Dragon, for this. It was hella funny. Any more of y'all got some Josh Wolf clips that you guys like, please leave them in the comments, because this dude is hella funny. It's only my second time doing him, but at the same time, the dude has got funny ass stories. He knows how to like add emphasis on things. He knows how to dial it down and everything in between. Dude's a hella funny dude. So yeah, man, that is just an awesome story right there. I was laughing, you know, pretty good on that one. So yeah, one more time, Lightning Dragon. Thank you very much. And we're going to wrap this up. One more time, Josh Wolf with my second favorite practical joke. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, if I had known that anywhere in the title that this was gonna be a weed story, I probably would have brought a little something down here, you know, got my puff on a little bit. But you know what, hey, you know, I usually only do that, you know, once in a blue moon, or whenever C-Damn CEO is here, man, because we always got to get our smoke on when we kick it, man. Because all we do is smoke, reminisce, talk shit, tell jokes, man, and, you know, roast each other a little bit. It's fun, you know, it's all in good fun. But, yeah, man, a real funny story, man, and, yeah, definitely more Josh Wolf, please, in the future for all the people who like him. Give me the suggestions, man. Flood me with them. I don't care, you know what I mean? I might only get to 1 or 2, but, hey, man. I'm thinking about y'all. So yeah, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off. One more again here. A new week of stand-up comedy, and it was good to start off with this one, man, because I have all these suggestions, you know, in the back written down and all that, and I try to get to them as much as I can, you know. But sometimes I get in this mood where I might see something that might look funny. I see a title that might look good, or someone who I've never heard of before, and I'm just like, ooh, I gotta do that first. Ooh, I gotta do that first. And then all these things are stuck in the back, but I'm getting to them, you know, I'm trying, you know, don't think that I'm completely abandoning all your suggestions or nothing like that, you know, but always, you know, I should make when I start making shirts and clothing items and stuff like that, I should make all the little things that I keep on saying, you know, I might make a shirt that goes, woo, here we go now, or something like that. Or I might just keep saying, I know I'm like a broken record, you know what I mean, or something like that, anything, but you know, we'll figure all that out. I'd love to hear some of y'all suggestions for things that I could put on hats or shirts or whatever, but yeah, that's for a later date, you know, trying to build this dysfunctional family we got going on, and yeah, I love to see it grow. Each day that goes by makes me smile like a proud daddy, but not y'all daddy, you know, but hey, that's what we talking about. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. I hope y'all had a lot of fun with this one. I sure as hell did. It was a funny ass story, and I gotta tell my lady about it later when I see her today. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.